kind of guys you like to smack in the ass.
What? Thought this was a game?
911.
Officer, right there. FBI, come on in, fellas.
Boys, tomorrow is election day, and us ladies need you to get off your ass and vote for Donald Trump. Apparently, men vote at a much lower rate than women. In fact, of the votes cast thus far, 53% have been women, while only 44% have been men. Moreover, the CEO of Atlas Intel, the most accurate pollster of 2020, says that if white males turn out for Donald Trump on Election Day, he would win Pennsylvania as well as potentially the rest of the Rust Belt states. This would make the difference between Donald Trump winning or losing the election. So, boys, don't be complacent. This is the most important election in history, and the fate of our democracy is literally in your hands. We need you on November 5th. Don't stay home. Go out and vote. Bring your brothers, bring your male friends, bring your dad, or make sure they have a plan to vote for Donald Trump. Tell all the men in your life that Western civilization is counting on them.
We were there as an elated and grateful Ladavius McNair took his first steps of freedom after being behind bars for nearly a month.
No one should ever have to deal with this. No one should ever have to deal with this, especially in 2024 in America. There's a lot of trauma in this experience, seen a lot of things that no one should have to experience. No one should have to deal with these type of things. You know, as a veteran, I've served my country. I've served the community in many different ways, and I really felt in this moment that, you know, my community turned their back on me.
Friday, the district attorney's office asked the judge to dismiss the charges, stating the witness can no longer identify McNair as the suspect. He was charged in pulling the trigger in an October 2023 road rage incident in southwest Atlanta. He was arrested October 2nd of this year and said the police had the wrong guy. He said that since day one. The judge slamming the DA's office, saying they've had evidence proving McNair's innocence for nearly a year.
Them contacted my office after the first story of Mr. Ladavius McNair aired and said to my staff, that's not the guy. And I've been telling the detective that's not the guy.
You know, there's only one way to make this right, and a handshake might not do. I apology or I'm sorry might not do.
Investigation into all the other cases that this tainted officer has touched.
Man.
How many other Ladavius McNairs are sitting at Rice Street?
Hurt.
Yeah.
I'm hurt, yeah. I'm hurt. I had 2 kids with somebody.
Right.
Of course, I thought that was going to be it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, I didn't want it to go that way.
Right.
I wouldn't have had the kids.
Right.
I'm hurt.
Yeah.
I'm hurt, yeah. I'm hurt. I had 2 kids with somebody.
Right.
Of course, I thought that was going to be it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, I didn't want it to go that way.
Right.
I wouldn't have had the kids.
Right.
I'm hurt.
Yeah.
I'm hurt, yeah. I'm hurt. I had 2 kids with somebody.
Right.
Of course, I thought that was going to be it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, I didn't want it to go that way.
Right.
I wouldn't have had the kids.
Right.
I'm hurt.
Yeah.
I'm hurt, yeah. I'm hurt. I had 2 kids with somebody.
Right.
Of course, I thought that was going to be it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, I didn't want it to go that way.
Right.
I wouldn't have had the kids.
Right.
I'm hurt.
Yeah.
I'm hurt, yeah. I'm hurt. I had 2 kids with somebody.
Right.
Of course, I thought that was going to be it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, I didn't want it to go that way.
Right.
I wouldn't have had the kids.
Right.
I'm hurt.
Yeah.
I'm hurt, yeah. I'm hurt. I had 2 kids with somebody.
Right.
Of course, I thought that was going to be it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, I didn't want it to go that way.
Right.
I wouldn't have had the kids.
Right.
I'm hurt.
Yeah.
I'm hurt, yeah. I'm hurt. I had 2 kids with somebody.
Right.
Of course, I thought that was going to be it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, I didn't want it to go that way.
Right.
I would.
Well. Breakfast is here. Get that tap water. Yes. Throw it in the microwave. That cinnamon, that brown sugar. You see what's going on here. Put it in another bowl because I don't like all that on the rim. Get your sour cream. Squeeze that until you can't no more. And squeeze it a little bit more. Okay? Then you close it up. You got to whip that up really, really good. Really, really, really good. Like I did. You see that? Oh, my God. You got to be kidding me. This is a hit. This is a hit. Oh, my God. I will never eat oatmeal without the sour cream. Come on.
Tell us about that.
Well, when PBS took Reading Rainbow off the air in 2009, primarily as a result of No Child Left Behind. That's a story that a lot of folks don't get. Yeah. Okay. So No Child Left Behind is doing exactly that. And so the mandate is to teach kids how to read, the rudiments of reading. And there was no money in the budget to encourage, to foster a love of reading. And so Reading Rainbow got
So it seemed more like a luxury than education?
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Well, that's, you know, look, we have spent so much money on the machinery of war in the last 10, 12 years. We are having to make really ridiculous choices. And we're sacrificing our kids. Literally sacrificing our kids.
The funniest thing about her statement is the fact that we've had black women on mainstream media say the exact same things about black men. They decided to speak nasty and horrible about them. They wanted to try to muddy the names of all black men in general. But yet, when you do a comparison, this woman is just stating, hey, white men, we noticed that you're not coming out the same way in voting as we are. We need you, your friends, your brothers, your fathers, all of you guys to come out and vote. A vote for this is a vote for America. Notice how they came at white men. Nice. They came very simple. They just, in a sense, requested certain things. They didn't try to badmouth. They didn't try to condemn. They didn't try to come at negatively. They didn't try any of those games. Like I said, it's a clear difference, but yet somewhat the same message. This primarily has to do with black American men and young men as well. This is a story that many black American men and young boys have to deal with continuously. Being looked at as criminals, being looked at as the villains, being looked at as the ones that are destroying society, destroying the fabric that makes up the United States of America. And because of that, you have special forces that are trained in order to go at and to assess the situation and to automatically perceive black boys, young black men, and black men as these types of criminals and these villains that, quote unquote, the heroes must defeat and lock up in order to make society better as a whole. But as you were clearly able to see, the person that's supposed to be the hero was the real villain at the end of the day, going so far as to ignore all of the evidence just to get a black man, just to lock up a black man, just to try and state that he is doing the job that people feel that he should be doing. And this is how many black men, this is how many fathers, brothers, uncles, sons, they lose time. They lose a piece of themselves. They lose life. As he stated to you before, he witnessed and heard things that no man should ever have to witness and see. And I'm pretty sure that there are many other stories that he's probably not going to bring up or talk about at all. But like I said, this is America. This is the criminal system. This is how America sees and treats black men historically. Now, I wanted to make sure to get both aspects of the situation because, again, I'm not trying to tell people to go out there and get married. You can do whatever it is that you want to do with your life. For the black woman directly out there, she stated that she had the kids for her. She's good. She doesn't need anything and yada, yada. But within the same breath on a whole nother show, she said that if she knew that the relationship would have ended the way that it ended, she would have never had the kids. So which one is the truth? And I'm not with the whole thing, oh, they can all be true at the same time. No, the truth of the matter is this is what it looks like when a woman wants to move too fast. This is what it looks like when a woman doesn't ask for certain things, such as commitment. Because obviously the guy was not realistically committed to her. He was fine with having kids. He just did not want to get married, or he didn't want to have a long-term relationship specifically with her. And she was also telling women out there, hey, stop telling me it's weird. Stop telling me that you're sorry for my relationship and yada, yada. And I'm rich, so I don't have anything to worry about. I don't need anything from anybody. Like I said before, some people will state that these are coping mechanisms, and these are things that people will say in order to give a certain stance on why they made the decision that they made versus them going back, assessing the situation and admitting that, hey, I was wrong in this situation. The other person is wrong as well. but I'm wrong in the steps that I took that led me down this road or this path that I am currently on at this moment in time. And now because of that, I have to suffer the consequences because I did not myself have a well thought out plan. Again, all I'm stating is that women need to make sure that if they're going to have kids with somebody, make sure that the person is committed to you in some type of way, fashion, form. Don't go up here on these podcasts looking like Boo Boo the Fool because you specifically chose the wrong man because of aesthetics or because how he physically made you feel. Just say, I've had oatmeal when I was younger. I've had cream of wheat. And never at a point in time did I ever think to put sour cream into something, and I never would. Number two, I feel as though using sour cream and also microwaving styrofoam should be both outlawed and it should be illegal, and it should require jail time or prison time for those that go out there and do this. Again, there's a lot of things that are posted online, and there's a lot of things that should never be posted online. I'll put it to you like this. LeVar Burton is 100% correct, but I'll add something else to it. If you have kids that are not able to read at a certain grade level, it's easier to undermine, it's easier to get them to do certain things. It's easier to make them soldiers because they're not going to question, they're not going to ask, they're not going to do any research, they're not going to do any critical thinking. They're just going to do what they are being told. And that's clear cut what's taking place. That's clear cut what's going to happen. And for them to decide that, hey, out of all the things that we need to cut when it deals with kids, we're going to take out Reading Rainbow. That lets you know how important Reading Rainbow is. That lets you know how much of an effect Reading Rainbow has directly on young minds. That also lets you know the effect of LeVar Burton doing this for so many decades. I think, since the 70s, he was doing Reading Rainbow. How many lives, how many households he's literally affected and touched, how many kids were basically raised off of him, just the goodwill, just the positive backing of LeVar Burton, wanting them to read, go out there and to do better. He wanted them to succeed. And again, this is further showcasing that America does not care about the kids. They canceled out a black man because he cared more about the kids than America does. And also there was probably a fear that one day LeVar Burton could take all of those eyes and he could make them witness and understand certain things that are taking place. Again, they don't want certain people that have power, that have a voice, that have a face, to lead other people directly out here. They would rather the populace be asleep and dumb so that the higher ups or the ones with all of the money can run around and do all of the things that they want to do and lead us blindly over a cliff. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I stated in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.